Alright, so we're back. Now, we have time. You know what they say about time? Is that it's good to have. Now, we really aren't really doing much today. But I do have something that I want to do. Let us talk to the smoker. The man who do be smoking. Right, because we're nearing the end, I think. Yeah, I don't know, of this area, of this game. I'm not sure. Either way, we're getting close to something. To finding that that lady, and that lady might lead to, the end of the game. But there are
Just
still,
an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
in the dimming light, some things become clearer. You have keen aesthetic sensibilities. Cindy's artistic impulses are infectious. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
come on.
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend to.
Yeah, my man. We sure do. Now we can just enter, right? Yeah, the apartments are open to us. So we just head out to the balcony. It's the smoker. You hear distant traffic. Night is falling on the city. Sure. And how are we gonna spend our time? You know how. We're gonna read this damn book, different cockatoo species and their behavioral problems. Perhaps it could also offer some insight into your own often problematic actions. The spectacular, major, majestic cockatoo rising from the cover.
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminine Islands and in southern Fas a la Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues.
Okay, what more?
This book talks about the delicate nature of toos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo.
Bang bang.
It's colorfully illustrated.
Alright, what problems do these birds have?
Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day.
Okay.
They love to talk and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
I could handle that. It would be nice to have someone to talk when feeling lonely. But who would ever want a chatty companion? I want someone who knows how to listen. No. Nice to have someone to talk to.
Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive.
Right, that's pretty bad. Anything else?
It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day
Really?
and give them the full care that they need.
I mean, that
These
makes
birds
sense.
will never understand that you have a life of your own.
Yes, but there has to be something great about cockatoos as well.
You're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle, and show off, and will even scream for fun, often as loud as up to 135 decibels.
That's pretty loud.
Ouch. That must hurt. Not great for the neighbors.
That it isn't.
Performing? Yes, birdie.
Yes, birdie. Read about the funeral cockatoo.
This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. There is something indisputably ominous about it.
Alright, read about the major majestic cockatoo.
Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink-colored wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature.
Alright, so it's a cool looking bird.
In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species.
And why is it endangered? Poaching?
It must be glorious to behold, dark pink and snow white.
Read about the most common bang bang cockatoo.
Despite its banging name, the bang bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Seminoles forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly grey and white. The Seminoles name bang bang is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins.
It makes bang bang sounds. Alright. Honestly, this bird does sound a bit like me.
Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
Grey and common bang bang. Only the funeral cockatoo in its darkness can truly grasp the depths of my doom-laden soul. Isn't that obvious, Major Majestic? What if I'm just a fuck up at two? A fuck up and a cockatoo. Well, I guess I'm like a funeral cockatoo, you know?
You're right. You're Cetarchus venereus embodied. This ominous bird belongs on your heraldry.
Alright, put the book away. Boom, that finishes a quest as well. Replace lost bull, that's still left. I mean, the number of quests I've just finished is a lot. I do have more things, you know, I can read my own case notes.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Yep. Open the hidden compartment, please.
Is still not what happens. Fuck this compartment. You should throw it away.
Oh, come on. Read a case file.
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
The next world mural.
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne.
Okay, so someone painted a mural, a graffiti.
Cause of failure, rent too high.
That makes sense.
The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class.
Amazing.
People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case.
Okay.
The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the next world mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
So they did do it, but they did not design it? Okay. Wait, do I ever find out who came up with it?
The case files do not show you finding the author of the design.
Alright, read on.
The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3.
Public voting or something?
The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villa Lobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between 2 options.
Remove the mural, it is wrong.
A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it.
Really?
Turns out the opposition were a loud minority. And that love truly is possible in the next world for new people. And it is too late for us.
All that remains is to wreak havoc on the middle class. The middle class are not to be blamed, it is human nature. I like it, can't we wreak havoc on other nations? Instead, I must have voted and possibly even lobbied to remove the thing, because I don't believe in that rubbish one bit. Yeah.
No one cares what you
Feel
believe in,
morale.
man with the smelly toilet ledger. What do you want to tackle next? Or are we done?
I can revisit this
Not
later.
much has changed in the meanwhile.
Yeah.
A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Put the ledger away. Alright, smoking man, where the hell are you? It's after 22. That's why I read this thing, because I want to meet with you and finish off another job. Where is the smoker? Ah, maybe he's in his house? That's possible.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
Knock.
No one answers.
We should return tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Oh, tomorrow at 9 p.m. Alright, well then let's get out of here. I thought maybe I could do it today. But no, we will return tomorrow. So be it. The exit is here. Let's take it out. Revachol. It's pronounced Revachol. Oranje. It's pronounced Oranje. Yeah, I know. You got something intelligent to say or just...
Trying to sneak up on me again? Trying to snuff me out? Get away, pig!
Yeah. You're rude and... extremely... I don't know what the hell is up with these kids. But whatever. I guess they're just uneducated living on the streets. That's kind of what happens. Let's keep it moving. Oh. The musty smell of a potato cellar in spring emanates from the air vent. Sure. Also, if I want to get the bull, I'm gonna need to win at that game, I believe. Not the game, but you know what I mean. Pinball machine.
Hey, was there something you're already set for the night?
Alright, I'm set for the night. I mean, there's the pinball machine, but I think I'll sleep early. And then tomorrow...
Hey, Moneymouth. Eendrak. The impeccable.
No, not today. Bye-bye. See you in the morning. You too, my man.
Hey, Money.
Oh, get out of here. Can you stop?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Alright, well. It's time to sleep. Can't do anything else about it.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Go to sleep. Another day is over.
The room behind your closed eyelids is familiar now. The only home you've ever known. Its darkness gathers. The last thing you hear is the wind blowing in through the broken window. Then something comes. A kind of sleep.
Better now that I'm not on drugs anymore? Or no, still bad.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
Great, this is gonna be really chill. Dark Shore my ass, I know what this is. Great, this is gonna be really chill.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately?
Yeah, I guess.
Saved anyone lately?
I don't think I've done that.
Murdered anyone lately?
Definitely not that one.
This bastard isn't even listening to you.
It is my ancient reptilian brain.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people and then forgets about it.
I don't care. That doesn't scare me.
Hear that? You are naive to think he's afraid of his bloodied hands. Soul brother. Oh no. I see inside his amygdala and his hippocampus. The thing he's really scared of
What is that?
is much, much worse than that.
What is it?
Don't tell him, sister. It's too bad.
Great. Why are you doing this? I just want to sleep. I can almost see the dark.
We're trying to help you.
Really?
All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream. The worst of them all.
Is life the last dream? Or is it like death? I don't know. The last dream?
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
I don't want to anymore. I don't want to think of either one of those things. Her face forms in summertime, and this air will smell of apricots. The face forms in summertime.
In hell.
Hell, great.
An ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental,
Great.
There is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
It'll only take 10,000 years.
Everything is so okay.
It doesn't sound like it'll be okay.
Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back.
I'm back.
In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
Open your eyes. Alright, we're back. It's not that bad. The drugs are wearing off, I think. It's been so many days. I would hope they're running out. Healed my morale. What's this?
Hey, Money Man.
No, every time. Alright, get it up. Come on. I don't know if I can do anything about this.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom.
Yeah, okay, I can't. Still can't open this. I don't know what the hell is in here. There's gotta be something. Don't tell me there's nothing. Because there is definitely something. See a container you can't open? Keep a pry bar. Hey, what's up?
Yes?
She
What
looks
is
at you.
it?
Nothing. How about you?
Again? I can't believe this shit.
He shakes his head, looking like he's really having trouble believing this shit. See you around. Hey, man.
Hey, was there something you needed?
About my bill for tonight.
Got the 20 real?
Yep.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Alright, goodbye. Okay, so what am I gonna do today? How about we start by trying our luck at the pinball game again?
The machine is dead and silent.
Oh,
It needs serious maintenance before anyone can play again.
well, that's sad. Alright. I guess we'll start by, I don't know, talking to these guys. They seem like a reasonable kind of people, right?
The copper NATO is bad.
Copper NATO.
What do you want?
What do I want? I want to go over a few things regarding Ruby's disappearance again.
Yeah? What?
I guess thanks to the review.
Anything else you want, Carl?
I'm gonna take off now. Alright, I got no more questions for this guy. He's just kinda chilling. Okay, let's try and get this armor serial number or whatever. Because that's one of my quests. I wanna try and finish. It's an important one.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Pick up the radio again.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Did you find out more about the owner of the armored boots?
Yes, I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready?
Yep.
The lieutenant leans in to listen, notebook in hand.
Shoot.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Cortenaer.
Elise,
That's
okay.
Ellis Kortenaer. Exact date of birth unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February 09.
Nathaniel Care Unit.
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned
Leaf
farm.
compactor.
He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2.
Okay.
This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the East Brand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict.
Okay, so he was an army man.
Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Trinel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Ravachon.
Wait, he was found in a leaf compactor?
It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
Okay, I guess.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
Thank you. Any information on his foster parents?
None, officer. Sorry.
So all we have to connect him to Cornell is the armor.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory.
He leans closer and
Thank you,
shouts.
Alice. Great work.
Hey, you think he likes Elise?
No problem, Lieutenant.
She sounds pleased.
A compliment from Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Not bad.
Well, we have his name and service record now. Move
A
on.
name. This is very good. Elise Cortenard.
He says to himself, 70 XP.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions?
Please connect me to the 41st again. No, I'm done with the radio.
57th, over and out.
The voice disappears into the void.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Close the door. Can we like update my records? I have a name now.
It's the letter you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board. With the permeables drawer in
browse the
thin,
forms.
see-through copier paper.
No, not
The
these
rest of the
forms.
stinking cellulose is much worse for wear.
Browse the case
Arson,
files.
petty theft, spousal abuse, handwritten logs on dozens of investigations that you don't exactly close them. So much as distance yourself from the...
I'll put the ledger away then. I thought maybe I could update the thing with the name now that I have it. Anything up with you, my man?
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
Oh, that's all for now. Nothing new for you. I don't think the racist man has anything.
Looking for some.
Nope. Alright, we'll talk to our good friend here. We know his name now.
Right to work!
He seems to have returned to his previous routine as if he's never seen the photo. Alright, I'm just gonna leave. We'll talk to this guy and then we'll go and talk to our good friend Everett. Maybe ask him about the gun. Because I do want the gun before I finish it.
man. How can I help you?
Good talking to you. I gotta go. Alright. Is this guy just gonna be bullshit or is he actually gonna do stuff now?
Your race descent has only worked.
Yeah, race descent, sure. Alright, I'm just gonna head in and see what's what. See if I can talk to Everett again.
The file cabinet, the drawers, slot.
Nope, nothing. I'll probably listen to those next time. I don't know, we don't know what could be there, you know? Could be anything. Look at all these bottles, man. Yo. What is that? Nobody knows. Alright. What about in here? Is it an extra bool?
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads René Arnaud. René left his uniform neatly folded on the table.
Okay.
Take it. It's just there. Who cares? It's not like anyone's gonna need it.
Okay.
Generally speaking, it would be dishonorable to take it. But then, it looks like a military uniform, and wearing that is very honorable. So, a conflict of honor, it's up to you.
We'll take it.
I don't know, but stealing people's very colorful clothes.
Royal Carabinier. It looks on disapprovingly. It's did it for my work and all that.
Fantastic. Try not to wear it with other similarly colorful clothes, okay?
I did steal it, it's true. But I want to see what it's all about. The beautifully adorned jacket of the Royal Carabiniers has 3 stars on its shoulders and the word Captain written on its chest. Neatly patched here and there, it's impossible not to feel your love for the fatherland when you wear it. These pants are made from synthetic, lightweight fiber and designed to let the Carabinier's leg, groin breathe. Red stripes there to inspire courage, while golden stripe symbolizes the patriotic flame in the wearer's heart. Well, can I have my other jacket back right now? I think I'll just go and give it back.
This is the night watch.
Right? I don't really want it, and it is stealing. Just wanted to see what taking it would do. And I have seen it now. I'm not really interested in keeping the damn thing. The button doesn't do anything, I believe. As for this thing...
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Persuade the door to open. Come on.
Despite
Oh my
the
god.
that surrounds and trails you, a beacon of light emerges from deep within you.
Hello, is anybody in there?
The door stands silent.
I succeeded.
Satisfied, detective?
A wry smile crosses the lieutenant's face.
Try again.
If there's someone in there, I'd like to talk to you.
Just like that,
Oh.
you hear a click, then a rattle. some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door.
Ooh.
Ahoy! Come on in!
Mega rich light bending guy.
You can't be serious.
Smile disappears. Oh my god, there is a guy in there. What the heck? What the hell? What are you?
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital.
So he's super rich and light bends to him?
The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review.
Squint.
Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here.
We saw one with sound.
They are suspended, distorted, and echo. Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard.
Visual calculus impossible failure.
In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
Hello.
Welcome. Come in. Make yourself at home. Sorry, I'm not better able to receive you. I wasn't expecting visitors today.
It's a shipping container.
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Now,
He claps his hands together.
what can I do for you, gentlemen?
What you can see of his body appears composed in a sharp summer suit and yacht shoes. Who are you?
Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time.
There's genuine surprise in his
A lot
voice.
of people outside my circle these days.
You do meet people?
Anyhow,
Gain
my
XP.
name is Rustam Theodor, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And you are?
I am.
Mr. Theodore, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
Harrier Dubois.
Pleasure to meet you, Harrier Dubois.
He says warmly.
I must admit, the name suits you very well.
How did he become so rich?
To be perfectly blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Grad.
The man chuckles. Okay.
All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
So you're controlling state policy, yeah? What's it like being an extremely high net worth individual? The man exhales with a whistle.
I tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work.
Work, huh?
You got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level. But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what.
Well, that's good.
Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really.
You're right. Capital accumulation is its own reward. Don't you think you should use your great wealth for the glory of your fatherland? You're a thief. People out there are working their asses off while you chill. It's great that you have done so well for yourself, but don't you think you owe some of that wealth to the rest of society? See, this is a slippery slope. I mean, I don't want to get into politics, but yeah, if you're super wealthy, yeah, you could help a little bit. You're paying taxes. But I mean, it's your money. You're right, it's his own reward.
Precisely, Mr. Dubois.
It is.
You know, I hear people talk sometimes about economic equality and fairness, but tell me, where would we be without liberalism? In caves, walking each other with bombs.
Just a bunch of evil apes duking it out on a giant ball.
Exactly.
He agrees.
A world of slavery and violence.
Yeah.
Which brings us back to the essential truth of modernism. Where we are right now, the freedom of mankind can only be derived from the free flow of capital.
I do agree with that. Man, being a high net worth individual sounds great.
It is truly. It's almost entirely carefree.
He nods.
It really leaves you time to better yourself spiritually.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about.
There's something strange about you.
What do you mean?
His essence seems to signify actual surprise. Well, I don't know how to put it. You look somehow a little different.
Are you talking about my chin?
No, I mean, I can't even see you. It's as if something has happened in the light.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
Coefficient, huh?
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient is a ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth between individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1, or 100%, it means one person possesses all the net worth among that group of individuals. It's been observed that when the Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient reaches about 0.96 or so, the laws of physics begin to bend around the high net worth individual.
So what's our coefficient?
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient for you and this individual appears to be...
What, 0?
0.9998, repeating.
Amazing.
That's not good for you.
Are you telling me that you are so rich that light actually truly bends around your face?
Among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire.
Really?
No, not really. There are actually quite many digits.
Kim, are you seeing this weird stuff?
I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who's unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
Oh, so you're rich?
Yes. I imagine that does look strange to you. My container.
What are you doing in this container?
Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun. It's safe.
I don't know about safe or fun.
Lots of time to think.
You would have time to think, though.
By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
In the very, very early days of colonizing this archipelago, the kingdom of Sirens, a precursor of a modern Solaclay, used to own the city of Revachol, an obscure detail in the bigger picture, but still worth dropping.
Really? So, very early days of colonizing archipelago, kingdom of Sudanese, a precursor of modern Solaclay, used to own the city of Revachol. In Revachol, a former colony of the kingdom of Sudanese. Yeah.
A fellow history buff.
That I am.
I myself am currently reading up on Franco-Nigerian era trains. Very interesting stuff.
I guess.
It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
Great. Wait, why don't you help them? You got so much money, it can't make a difference to you.
There simply aren't enough hours a day to hand out all the handouts. It's like feeding seagulls. There are always more, and they never seem to do anything interesting with it, except more seagulls.
Great.
Spending money is a matter of desire. I'm sure you agree. I don't have the desire for spending it like that.
So you travel from place to place via shipping container.
Smart, no? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to.
By the way, you see my money here? 157,55007. Great.
Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
Ah, so you're saying being rich isn't worth the hassle?
What? No, I did not say that at all. Being rich is great. Just don't tell anyone I told you that.
The bending light appears to wink. You're a rich investor, right? Can I have some money?
I don't see how it's appropriate for a representative of the law to ask a wealthy person for money. This shines a bad light on the RCM, if you catch my meaning.
It does.
Come now. There is not even a cent of corruption here. I'm merely being polite. So, let me check my pockets. As you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think they only have coins for coffee machines.
Okay.
Here is
3.
real. How much can you get for this?
Gets me almost nothing.
That's the idea, my friend. You've got to work for the rest.
That makes sense.
Maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
Well, pretty bad, right?
If business
Yep.
plan
Oh, almost.
were really your strong suit, you probably wouldn't be a cop.
You should invest in the RCM.
He should what?
Yeah.
The volunteer police force. And why would I do that?
Because if you don't, who will?
I don't believe in handouts,
Ah.
especially for people who volunteer for their positions. Still, the idea of a privatized police force is extremely forward-thinking.
That is
You
true.
could even say it's ultra liberal.
Having our own police force, huh?
Tell me, if you could invest in the RCM, where would you direct your resources?
The latest technological wonders.
I pay for some designers to come up with a new Lego and tagline. Radio computers for every precinct, yeah.
The RCM's problems aren't the kind you can solve with radio computers. The road goes much deeper than that.
If I could interject, the RCM's problems are mainly structural. We are hamstrung by a lack of clear lines of authority, and our system of performance reviews strongly disincentivizes interpreting cooperation.
I think the lieutenant's right. Your problems run much deeper than equipment or funding. The entire org structure of the RCM needs to be redefined.
Okay, we can do that, I
We
think.
need a unified chain of command.
Invest, come on.
Metrics for
we can
measuring
change things.
performance that reward the real police work. Does that sound right?
Maybe it does.
Yes. That's precisely what we need.
So you'll do it?
Hell no!
Hell no.
Can you imagine how much work that would take? Why would I do that when I can just speculate on exotic financial derivatives from the comfort of this shipping container?
Amazing.
The thing about investing is that the less work
Bankruptcy
you have
sequence.
to do, the better. Don't overthink. That's what return on investment means.
The lieutenant's disappointment is palpable. It's like someone just shot his dog.
He thought he would do it.
Now, was there anything else I could help you gentlemen with?
No, we should get back to our investigation. Thanks for your time.
Why
Leave.
go so soon? I feel we've so much more to talk about. Well, until next time.
Next time. Can I even get a new thought? Nope. Still I'm working on data birth generator. But I could forget something. And that basically is adding a new thought, right? Logic. Magnesium based life form. What is this giving me? +2 volition for lower logic. Rhetoric is bringer of the law jaw. Succeed in all hand-eye coordination passives, learning cap or -1 for -1. Gulmelamion +1 pain threshold, psyche learn. This was just good. Speed gives psi, learning caps for perception raised. All endurance white check, learning for endurance, +1 XP for orb, that's pretty good. Empathy towards Kim Kitsuragi, the roots of the RCM, AC is high. Regular law official, all learning caps raised to 3. The 15th Indo tribe is pretty good. Moralist dialogue options, heal +1 morale. Learning cap for volition and logic raised. All psyche white checks, -1 half light, no fear. -1 half light, all psyche white checks unlocked. I guess I could just forget this one. Yeah, forget this. Let's try and get bankruptcy sequence. Businesses love silence, the second loudest sound in the world, eclipsed only by the collective screams of market crash victims. So let me whisper to you, do you feel the veil of the sun god slipping? Are the better days gone? Are we entering bankruptcy? Is the company gonna go down and leave you in the gutter with the rest of the dredges, delivering parcels for soup money? You need a crisis to manage your way out of this. Start internalizing that. And we still have a point we can put into something. I don't know what exactly we want to put it into, but we'll see. Talk to this guy again.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Although you cannot see his face, you can tell he's smiling warmly. Oh, we're leaving. That was interesting. Great. So he's so rich and I'm so poor, it's like I can't even see him. Very interesting. I'm sure that that's something. Also, you can see him, so it means you're kind of rich, huh? That's cool, I guess. Hello?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
I have some questions for you.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
What's in the container over there?
Oh, that one.
It looks like a container.
That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Well, there is someone.
Told you.
I'm off. Alright, he's got nothing. It is not empty, by the way. We just saw the dude. Anyway, we're talking to Everett. I want to get my gun. Is my money still there? No, it's gone. While I was with him, my money just went up like an insane amount. It's not a fishing rod. It's what? What rod? I don't see any rod. Hello, my man.
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success.
He's great
That's
invited.
such a relief. Titus can be a handful sometimes. Now, what can Everett Clare do for you today?
Remember that container I asked you about? No, let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun.
His face turned serious.
My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that.
He winks at
It's
you.
just a matter of time and effort.
Effort, huh?
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Wait. That gun may have been bought from Roy's pawn shop. Have your men factored that in?
Yes. Thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. My men have indeed.
He makes echoes.
Factored in that you pawned it.
And they bought it, huh?
Now please, let the professionals do their job. Kick back, Harry, relax. I have great guys on this. You focus on what's important. Building our relationship for the good of Martinez.
Right.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back?
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means.
He turns to
I'm
Lieutenant.
only kidding, of course.
Alright, so I got my lost gun.
Of course.
The Lieutenant replies literally.
We help you, you help us.
It's done. I mailed the signatures you asked me to mail.
The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry.
He claps his hands together like a child who's been
Of
offered
course.
cotton candy.
I already knew this.
That you did.
My friend, the mailman,
70 XP.
confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a real future, Harry, and proven yourself a real Kingsman who's not afraid to make the tough decisions. I know I can trust you now.
Well, it's fake signatures, but sure.
You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi.
He nods to the Lieutenant,
We can talk
smiling
about
broadly.
anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
Amazing.
Well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're in.
I'm in.
You don't know his full plan. Perhaps he expected trickery. Perhaps the signatures weren't important. The point is, do not think you're ahead of him.
Maybe. Can I get my gun now?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you.
He turns solemn.
Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me. But it had to be done.
Fine, where is it?
An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character. So watch out.
Old woman, huh?
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as terrifying.
So the guns were still with the woman who bought it from Roy.
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track.
He smiles and shakes his
Crazy
head in
stuff,
wonderment.
Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway, the neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debardeurs Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Is it the cleaning lady?
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
Why, she was waving it around at people?
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details.
He smiles.
It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
That's good.
We might be looking at someone with a medical history here. Watch out. Unstable is good, actually. She will be easier to disarm. No, wait. Actually, unstable is pretty bad.
Hand-eye coordination is always gonna win. So, okay, who is this old woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry.
I think I know.
But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
The Pigs.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
A smile flickers in the corner of his mouth. Can you set up some meeting?
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now,
He claps his hand.
back to the fun stuff.
Okay, so tonight near the old fish market on the coast, the one with the board on the boardwalk. Alright, okay, I know what
More
that is.
fun stuff.
He looks
Seems
at
like
you.
we already have fun stuff to do.
Did you order the hanged man killed?
Order it. You know my men didn't kill him. They told you. It was a happy accident. You know how it is. No one takes the initiative. If I wanted him dead, I would have had to do it myself. And I'm too fat for that.
What do you gain from him being dead?
Why, a war, of course.
A war.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
Have you heard what 2 giant Series hornets can do to an entire colony of bees? They destroy it.
I have. It's a great story, Harry.
He nods.
Did you also know how the bee colony kills the giant hornet? They swarm and blanket it entirely until it suffers a massive heat stroke and dies.
Really?
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1.
1,500.
And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men.
Really?
The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
Everyone hates them except the ultra-liberals, maybe. Which happens to be me.
You're not an ultra-liberal, Harry. Get the fuck out of here. Don't be a retard.
He smiles warmly. Great. Amazing. Great guy. How is this connected to the strike?
Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait.
He pauses to rub his
Is
chin.
that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
I see.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
I guess.
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go.
Gaumont?
He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance.
What?
Tits from her arsehole. It's a local saying.
Really?
Actually, no, it's not.
It's not. Great. Why are you telling me your plans?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start.
How do you do? About 5 days.
It's already happening.
He looks at the swordfish clock and nods. It's already happening. So who killed the hanged man?
No idea.
No idea.
Could have been his own mother for all I know. If you ever find the guy, give him a big fat kiss from Everard Clare. Couldn't have done it without him.
Great.
He really doesn't know.
He doesn't. Okay.
A guy, huh?
Guy. How do you know it's a guy?
I don't. I told you it could have been his own mother. I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone from the Union. Maybe it was the mob. Or maybe he killed himself because he was a closet socialist. Truth is, I simply don't know.
Really?
He really doesn't.
He really doesn't. Okay. How many of you... You know what? The signatures I got. I know you plan to force them out with the construction noise.
Harry!
He shakes his head.
By now, you should know I would never do anything tricky like that. However, if the construction noise and limited street access makes some people consider moving, well, Let's just say there'll be freshly renovated buildings near the roundabout where those poor people can finally enjoy a significant uptick in quality of life. I'm talking real affordable workers' palaces.
Okay, so you're gonna make them work for you.
He proudly spreads his hands to demonstrate the size of the palaces. They're very large.
So the village is doomed.
The lieutenant says grimly.
You were there, you saw the place, a wasteland. There's nothing left. But mark my words, officers.
He slams his fist on the
going to
table,
reset it.
causing some of the coffee to spill.
Reset.
He repeats.
I have big plans for Martinez, and they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on a coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce.
What do you mean?
Harry, imagine a youth centre supermarket church complex.
Amazing.
Employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing.
Really?
Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on.
He leans forward. Huge supermarket church complex. Do you expect me to believe that low-income housing? If even part of this is true, then why not? And life. Not. I know you were a man of the people, Everett. Yeah.
And I knew you were one too, Harry. Right when you rolled into town. I've got the centre, I've got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years I'll get the church too.
Amazing.
The wheels are turning, Harry. The wheels of progress. This post-war limbo, I won't stand for it. There are kids practically playing with their own feces out there. It cannot go on.
I'll humor him.
And then there will be a giant statue of him, towering above it all.
Wait, but will you erect a statue to yourself?
I'm not a symbolist, Harry. I'm a realist. My statue will be Martinez rebuilt. 5-story building complexes, kids off speed, and landowners in a zone hating me. That will be my statue. And yours. We're doing this together.
Of course we are.
You would look nice as a statue.
I know you're a... It sounds like you got this. You can rely on my vote.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do, Harry. I really
Biggest communism
do.
builder.
I'm
Right.
gonna make the working man richer than Joyce Messier with that vote of yours. That's my job. Just like yours is to keep the peace.
I'll humor him. How many of you guys are there in the union?
2,372.
You deploy like a
Plus
whip.
yours truly, of course.
So 2,373.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization in Revachol.
So it's big.
And they're all well motivated. At least the ones you've seen.
How are you gonna fund your new independent harbor?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Really?
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
You can't possibly hope to continue like you have. Clients will leave en masse.
Sure, some will go, but mark my words. The company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer.
Oh, they're gonna make it cheaper, huh?
With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
Drugs.
That's drugs.
Yep.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samaran Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it.
It's still drugs.
All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
That's just the top of the iceberg, though, isn't it?
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad.
He makes air quotes.
Has bad optics. Maybe illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column.
So you let them, I see.
In bulk shipping, large volume column is a major buyer, a shark.
We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry.
He slams his fist on
So
desk
your
once more.
sick kid can get his Benefed, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off Risperazole.
Amazing.
Benefed is a children's cold medicine, usually apricot flavored. And risperazole is used to treat severe psychosis.
I see.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidon.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned.
He smiles.
But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
I doubt that, but sure.
He's basically admitting to it.
I'll report this. I'll admit a well put together plan, far removed from you and this stuff. Solve this murder. Keep more dangerous. Is Ruby helping you secure this fantastic share?
Harry, if I was supplying raw materials to drug manufacturers, I would need an army of rubies.
Understood.
I'll admit this well put together plan and far removed from you, yeah.
It's also far removed from my men and the people of Martinez who've put their trust in me.
He smiles slyly.
Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbour's turnover, just like the harbour is, but a small part of Martinez.
So is there a trade or isn't there? Yeah, is there a trade or isn't there?
Let's look at the big picture.
Of course, big
Martinez
picture.
as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel.
Amazing.
I'm going to unite them all into one economic body. We're going to incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's going to be in on the wealth. And everyone's going to pull their weight.
Well, I mean, if the word incorporate is in it, I like it. I'm money guy. That's very ambitious. I love what you're doing with the working man. I'm not feeling a whole reversion, not enough flags or kings. That's very ambitious. I love what you're doing for the working man. We'll humor him again.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you. You have no idea how much it means to me, because in many ways, you are that working man. You have already done so much work.
He bows courteously and is great. Can I ask you about specific union members?
We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time.
His eyes are shining.
We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry.
Amazing.
You can bother Leonard with that.
He points to the door.
He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big time mode, Harry.
Amazing.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant, more alive in his big time mode.
Alright, that's it for now.
Great, Harry, great. I think we've truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union.
Suddenly there's sadness in his tone.
This
he points to
has
you
been
and
so
himself.
great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
Amazing. Remember the container I asked you about? Turns out there's a mega rich light bending guy inside.
Mega rich light bending guy? Oh my god. How did that get in there?
He's so rich he could get in anywhere.
Damn it to hell, Harry.
He slams his fist on the table.
I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega rich light bending guys.
I think he wants to take down the proletariat. Everett.
Honestly, Harry, we might be moving a spot of drugs through this harbour,
okay,
but I
great.
won't be caught transporting the light bending mega rich.
He shakes his
I
head.
have a reputation to protect.
The mega rich are people too. He was a nice man, give me stock tips. Transportation mega rich should be tightly regulated, didn't seem he was safe. You should be honored by the son of Magnus. He was half Revacholian blood and amassed his wealth using mysterious bond of nationhood. No. Yeah, yes, for God's sake, you're a socialist.
You're right, Harry. I am a socialist.
His face turned serious.
I'm going to catch the mega rich guy inside the container and harvest his energy to power the harbour's fog lights.
Amazing. He burst out laughing.
I shudder to think what you're going to tell me next, Harry.
Let's see what he does.
Not for 1 second did he believe there's an actual mega rich person somewhere in his container town.
Great. A few more questions about the harbour.
I'm always happy to educate and entertain you, my friend.
He took a sip from his
So,
coffee.
what's on your mind?
That's it.
Very nice, Harry. Is there anything else?
I'm gonna leave now, but we might talk later. Alright, I mean, we're done with a lot of quests. Confront the pigs and get your gun back. Smoke around the balcony, look for Ruby on the coast. I know where that is. Tell me where shot came from. Check the island. How do I do that? Find booze, replace lost bull, ready lowdown, find murder weapon. Yeah, still haven't found the murder weapon. Couple more things to do still. Couple more loose ends to tie up. But I think we're getting there. I think we're doing pretty well. Are you the one I'm supposed to talk to about stuff?
Oh, hey, mister. No
Yeah?
trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
Leo,
It's
you
like
seem
that
no.
old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Leo, you seem to know everyone around here. I want to ask about someone.
Mr. Evrat doesn't really want me to talk to people about union guys.
He thinks for a moment.
But who did you want to talk about?
Tell me about this Edgar guy you keep mentioning.
Mr. Edgar is Mr. Everett's brother. He looks a bit younger, he does, but a very smart fellow. Very smart fellow indeed. He's away on some union business. Not even in Revershaw, they say.
Don't interrupt, Leo, yeah?
All kinds of places he visits. Him and his brother both do when they're on a vacation. Right now, it's Mr. Everett's turn to look after the union. But last year he spent a whole winter in South Africa.
He chuckles.
Left with the first autumn rains and didn't come back before the trees were green again.
Little guy chuckles again.
South Safari. A lot of bulk chemical manufacturing going on there. A lot of cargo shipments being made.
So they're full into drugs, I see.
The trade must have been lucrative for the trip to be so long.
Tell me about Manana.
He's a union man through and through. Good guy.
He falls silent, doesn't he?
He's very calm, laid back, doesn't do much, talks to Everett sometimes. Honestly, I don't know what he does for us, but it must be important because everybody likes him. Yes, they do. I think that's what he does. He makes everyone feel a little better.
I don't think you get paid for that, but sure. Tell me about Measurehead.
Whoa, he's really something.
Little man starts laughing.
He doesn't talk much to me usually, but when he does, I don't really understand most of what he's saying.
He suddenly falls quiet.
Actually, I don't think he would like me running my mouth about him like that. Once he said he's a dragon to this mob fellow who came picking a fight with some union men. I think he really believes Jean-Luc was a dragon because he ran right off. Another time he almost killed another guy, but I shouldn't talk about that.
You can. Tell me about the guy in the container.
Who do you mean, mister?
He's rubbing his nape and looking at you with childlike innocence. The fancy guy in the suit in that container over there. Point to it.
I don't know anyone like this, mister. Maybe he's one of Mr. Everett's fancy friends. He knows all kinds of fancy people with suits and purdy carriages.
Leo falls silent. Tell me about Titus.
Oh, Titus is a longshoreman through and through. He was born on a boat, they say.
Great. The little man drops a patch on his elbow.
Filled with salt water, I tell you. Nice, friendly sort, old Titus is.
Not really. Tell me about Everett.
I'd best not. I mean, I could, but I don't think Mr. Everett would like it very much. You better ask him yourself, mister.
If anything, the ever-present smile on Leo's face gets even warmer. Great. Tell me about Rene.
The night guard.
Night guard.
Ooh, he's a peculiar fellow.
Leo looks at the guard booth on the wall.
He's the strong, silent type, you could say. We talk all the time, but I don't really know much about him. He plays petanque with my old human studies teacher, Mr. Martin, down at the plaza.
Human studies?
I think he's the only fellow who actually knows old Rene. They lived on the same street their entire lives. Even dated the same girl on and off for as long as I can remember.
He chuckles again.
Strange fellows. Mr. Martin was always real nice to me in school. I remember once.
Hold up, Gaston. Was he your human studies teacher?
Mr. Martin, yes.
You're not.
Don't really remember much about him. I was just a boy back then.
Mr. Martin, Gaston also taught history and human studies to the Clear brothers.
Mr. Martin. Wait, what? Gaston, Mr. Martin, okay. Actually, I want to talk about something else.
Sure, mister. What can Leo do for you?
The expression on his face, wrinkled face, I really want to help. Okay, I'm off. Alright. Alright, that was some info on some people, I guess. Not really anything that much new. Still gotta figure out this whole multiple Everett and his brother business. That's something that's kind of interesting, I think. Anything else with you?
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Smiling. Alright, well, goodbye. You can do nothing. Alright, so I'm gonna get my lost gun. It's gonna be a confrontation or something, I'm sure. What else are we doing? Find murder weapon. You know what? Get a reality lowdown seems like a pretty good idea. Map. Can I like teleport to fisherman shacks? Apparently not. Let's go full speed. And slow walk it all the way back. Keep a flashlight in low light areas. Well, there's no low light around here, so I'll just leave. Leave.
Right to.
Yeah, right to work, right to work. We know. How about I grab this? You don't mind, right? If I take that? It's just an old bottle. Talk to this lady again.
Lowman,
She
you
greets
called
you.
me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
Nope. Actually, I'm leaving. What about this thing?
A lorry abandoned. The
Open the
smell
door.
of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. There's something odd about the passenger seat.
Really?
The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be.
Peel off the cover on the passenger seat.
Voila! A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
Drug routes?
Bonne prise.
Bonne prise. The lieutenant comments as you shift through the treasure, well worn and folded into neat squares. Fold open the topmost map.
This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South.
Old South, huh?
Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock. And this person knows them all.
So she's trying to get away from the toll booths, I guess. Does not be checked. Fold open the second map.
This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox. Old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct.
They're using storm sewers to transport stuff. Look at third map.
The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake.
Alright.
These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway.
Yeah, but now they're using it for drugs.
Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to East Motor Tract.
The smugglers have infiltrated the motor track, yeah.
So it would seem.
The lieutenant examines the maps with a furrowed brow.
The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them.
Where does the contraband end up?
Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the Besmerti behind it.
Besmerti. Sounds vaguely familiar.
The Besmerti is a Revacholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo-tribes. But really they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol.
Okay.
With cool names like
Yeah,
La
it's a
Puta
country.
Madre and Aura Masta. It's a dark parody.
Dark parody. Who do you think is behind this?
It's definitely not the Union.
Not the
They
Union.
just do some logistics. This operation has spread everywhere in Jamrock. If it's that widespread, then Madre remains the most likely suspect.
Big crime syndicate?
Here's bad news. There
And
have been
removes his
attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved.
Then it removes his glasses and polishes them with a handkerchief. Alright, it's seated on the stack of papers under the seat.
Best not to disturb the scene.
The lieutenant nods.
I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick this up later.
Alright,
The
good.
stack of maps looks just like before, barely noticeable. The movie stars look silently by, and the pull-out toolbox has a rubber handle, worn from years of use.
Close the door.
Close the rusty old lorry door.
Well, that's a nice thing to find, I guess. Like actual proper evidence, new maps. Must be like valuable, right? For the police. What do you want?
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Can I spend some change for a working stiff?
Huh?
Sudden. Oh.
Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work.
Sudden financial duty snap him out of his days. Great. They're who?
The bosses, man.
Makes sense. First look, then. I don't know about these bosses. Think they sound like a good arrangement for them. Yeah.
Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had, say, 4 myself.
He's a poem hit with the best words. Conceptualization 5. I could up my conceptualization. Where is it? Suggestion, conceptualization. Understand creativity, see art in the world. Conceptualize, cool for creative things, creative, psychedelic, fanciers, critics. Conceptualization has a special role. It wants you to play in this world, and not the role of cop, but of the art cop. It enables you to make fresh associations, to delve into world concepts from Jam Carve's postmodernist Carpice to Revachol's arabesque architectural style, Didara, and even the concept of hardcore, and then importantly to add your own contribution to these works. At high levels, conceptualization makes you go big, perhaps too big. It's instantaneous, demanding grand displays. Why live life when you can throw yourself into a live volcano? At low levels, however, you will be unable to see the world in a creative light. You will be unable to contribute to conversations in an art gallery. Only boring people will invite you to the dust parties. So crank it up. And see if I have any clothes that give me more conceptualization. Composure, nope. Alright, we'll check. Interfacing, aspective core, electrochemistry, conceptualization. White satin shirt, there you go. +1 conceptualization. But this also gives -1 suggestion. Okay, so that's why it's bad. I would like to get concepts. Conceptualization, please. Rhetoric, shivers, drama, logic. Oh, conceptualize, but this is a. Oh, it is a jacket. Okay. The conceptualization, suggestion. Oh, intersolier is suggestion, huh? Pain threshold, kingdom of conscience, logic. Okay. No conceptualization. Alright, so I got +2 as well. I'm an artist
It's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Formidable. He's a poet. Hit him with the best verse. High chance.
No.
What?
Just no. I can already see it's failed, and I'm stopping it now. Until you have good poetry, you have no poetry.
Okay, you know what? I have good poetry. Crank it up more. Try this again.
It's turning into a kind of a snow limbo.
Wait.
Oh.
There's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like...
A mirror's temperature is always 0. It is ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray.
Whoa.
He leans in, his eyes bright with attention.
What else?
It's a chalice held out to you in silent communion.
Silent communion. That's good.
He's transfixed by the words, where graspingly you partake of a shifting identity never your own.
Dang.
He grunts,
That's
unable to
some great
suppress
shit.
his reaction.
You came up with that yourself.
Yep.
Or did you learn it in school? More importantly, who can prove if you did? Go with it. You deserve some acclaim.
I'm just a vessel for the muse.
Right. But really, no bullshit. That's great stuff. I sort of want to know if it's yours.
I think the words are mine, yes.
Fucking hey. Seems I got you all wrong. Cops aren't much known for their artistic sensibilities these days.
But I am.
It's good to meet a fellow poet. Someone with an appreciation for real text. The others here, so you don't really get it.
It makes it all easy to bear if the words are pretty. Hey man, cops are humans too. It makes it all easy to bear, yeah.
I get you. When they really click, it makes the world seem manageable. Good to be on the same page.
Gives you a thumbs up. Alright, tell me more about this strike. What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics.
Time to relax. He's merely joking.
Okay, and what are you actually hauling?
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man.
He grins.
I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
Could I get one of those fans?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically.
Well, that's all for now. So, yeah, this is telling me about checks, right? Hanged man, chop of crimes, mirror electrochemistry, box of sunglasses. You know what? I'm heading that way. Let's do conceptualization stuff. We have cranked up our conceptualization high. So here's the box of sunglasses, right?
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
I don't think so.
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth. Go over and ask him.
Take those ugly glasses, electrochemistry for lower logic, amphibian, sports visor is perception. Try again, maybe you can find some interesting sunglasses. Yeah, let's go. Boom. Ah, I see, a pair of water blue shades. Writing on the left temple says sub-insulindic rendezvous. The frame appears to be hard carved out of bone.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
For the first time, the street vendor's voice trails off as he watches you inspect the glasses. Try them on.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster, Harry. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue.
All is blue.
Alright, but these actually make your vision worse. It's like literally being underwater.
Great.
Wow, officer. You look so cool.
The street vendor has picked up his pace again as you observe the world through deep sea tinted lenses.
And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
Great. Kim, what about these?
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
You look like a musician.
He declares.
Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
He declares. Alright. Cool blue glasses. +1 perception for -1 Inland Empire. Nah. I'll leave for now. I mean, what else has he got?
The speakers below are banged up
Fan
and
sneakers.
worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of the show here.
Oh, it's 50. Reaction, hand-eye coordination. Alright.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep
Composer
saving
for
that
shivers.
economy.
No, not interested. Talk about you instead. Talk with you instead, I guess.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Rhetoric challenging. Write out the lady driver. I'll leave you for now. Rhetoric, huh? I can do rhetoric. Rhetoric. Reaction speed. Lower rhetoric. No. This is orange bum hat. It's not flan. Alright. I'm wearing flan right now. Rhetoric. I need rhetoric. Empathy. Physical instrument. Inland Empire. Drama authority. Composure. Chemistry. Saber flare. Logic. Come on. Oh, white polo shirt gives me rhetoric. Let's convince him to give me some money. Rhetoric. Alright, that's all I can get. Hello.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
The vendor assures you. High chance. Boom.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay.
The man stops his face, suddenly serious.
But why, officer?
After all this mess, the broken seals, lying to you, come on.
Think of it as an investment.
An investment?
It is a bro intrigued.
What kind of investment?
It's an investment in me, a highly experimental human being. My risk-reward ratio is insane. Invest into me not telling your employer about your operation. I'm a policeman, investment in good relations with RCM. Yeah. I'm an investment into not telling your employer about your operation here.
Ha! That! You drive a hard bargain, officer. I respect that. Okay. What's it going to cost me? Be reasonable.
10 real.
Sounds like a fair deal all around.
He takes a 10 note from a leather pouch.
Corruption.
Great. It is corruption. So true. He disagrees, obviously, but, you know. You do what you gotta do. Which shirt did I used to wear? I think this... There you go. This one? Yeah, just logic. Intersolary dress shirt. There you go. It's corruption. It's fine. Sometimes you gotta be corrupt. You know, it's what it is. I was not gonna tell them anyway. I need the money, so for now, I take it. We still need a reality lowdown from her. Maybe even a boat ride if possible.
The trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak and unhealthy. A few lie on their backs with their legs twitching. Still, no phasmid.
No phasmid. Alright, well, that's sad. Anyway, I'm just gonna end the episode here. This old playground, maybe? Oh, I'm almost here anyway. I mean, that's... I don't know why people just don't pick up these bottles. Especially if you can just sell them for tear. I guess in real life it's also the same. Anyway, we'll save here. I'll see you all in the next one.